Hey guys, welcome back to the Witchcraft Cycle Workshop. So again today we're going to talk about building a chopper. The last video I showed you on this bike that we're getting ready to do, we mocked up a 5-degree tree and we kind of talked about how you can build a chopper just using raked trees, but why it might not be the best idea. And we're going a little farther. We want to go out to, I think we're going to do 40 on the neck on this one, and 5-degree tree, take these forks out to an overall 45-degree angle. This is one of Ray Ray's bikes, and she's not wanting anything up or really far out. We're just going to do a straight rake on it. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a Sawzall or a grinder with a cutoff disc, and we're going to cut straight through here, and we're just going to angle that neck out. We're going to grind back, fill in the new angle. All this will be cut out, and we'll get some plate steel. We'll make a new triangle, weld that in, and then we'll put a new plate underneath the bottom, weld it all in. It'll look like factory by the time we're done. And in doing that, you can actually weld it up and you won't get into your VIN tag, so won't be an issue there. And it just straight rake it out. On this one here, we are going to strip this bike completely down to the frame. Put it on the frame rack and re-weld it all up, have it sandblasted, and we're going to paint the whole thing black. This isn't black, this is actually a dark brown. These mid-80s Softails all seem to have color painted frames, and we don't want brown, we want black. So that's one of the reasons we're going to strip this whole thing down to the bare frame, and we're going to put it on the frame rack. Let's take a look at the frame rack. Now, I built this a couple years ago. You can actually buy a kit, comes from Chop Source, and you can Google them. I'm sure it'll pop up, and it comes with a kit. So you get this bracket. This is for clamping your neck in here. You can do various angles. You can do different heights. It has these brackets down here, so I can go side to side, up and down. These brackets here, this can move forward and back, side to side. This clamps the lower part of your frame, like right where your forward controls would be. Clamp the frame there. This bracket back here would be for your rear axle. This would be where your rear axle is. Depending on the size of your axle, you have different choices. We can put different bolts for different widths. Some steel tubing that we'll use in here for spacers. But again, this can go up and down. With this bracket here, it can go forward and back. And basically, your kit comes with the brackets. You supply your own tubing. This is 2x3 inch heavy gauge steel tubing. Keeps everything nice and straight. If you want, as an option, another kit you can buy separate is this rotisserie kit. And this makes it so nice. You can pull your bolts out of both sides. You got your frame in here. You got it set to where you want it. You can spin it around. Makes it easy to do downhand welds, so you're not stretching, welding above your head. It'll lock in several different positions. Makes it a whole lot nicer. If you're going to do more than one bike, this is the way to go. But with the kit, the tubing and everything, I think I have $1,100-$1,200 invested in this. You know, if you're only doing one bike, maybe you don't want to do all that. So I'm going to show you a quick way. I built the first 2 choppers without having a frame like this. So let's go back to our bike over here. Here we have the same 2-inch by 3-inch heavy gauge steel tubing, and I would take 2 pieces of this, say 6-8 feet long. So we take 2 pieces of this tubing, 6 to 8 feet long. It would go all the way from the back of the bike out past the front tire a couple feet. And what I would do is adjust it for the same width as the tire. Back here on the back of the bike, I'd put two pieces horizontally on top of those. They would be set in here. All four of these pieces would be squared up, welded tight, nice and square. And then these pieces, I'd have one back here, one about here. I'd weld some brackets and center it to the frame rails. These two long tubes that extend all the way out would be centered on these two lower frame rails. And then these two pieces here, I'd tack weld to the frame, and that would keep everything from moving. So now we have two 6 to 8 foot long tubes extending all the way down the center of the frame past the front tire. Just wide enough for the front tire. So when we cut up through here, we're going to stop just short of going all the way, and we're literally going to bend that out, and we're going to push that front tire in that channel between the two pipes out to whatever angle we want. That keeps our front end in line with the rest of the bike. Then we can bevel this back, fill it in, weld it all up nice. This triangle would get replaced with a new piece of plate steel, weld all that in nice and tight, and you have your own chopper. You know, that's how they did it back in the 60s and 70s. You know, not everybody had, you know, a frame rack. This is the way you do it in your backyard. And it works. I've done 2 of them this way so far. If you're not going up, out, anything crazy, and you just want a straight rake, this is a quick, easy way to do it. You don't even have to strip the whole bike down. If your frame's black already, spray paint a little black in there and you're good to go. One word of caution, if you're not a good welder, don't chance it. Your life is going to depend on this. So if you're a good welder, go for it. You know, if it doesn't turn out, you can always cut it back apart, grind it, re-weld it, do whatever you have to do. But if you ever wanted to try building your own at-home chopper, this is one of the ways that I've done it. Now, of course, I've got the frame rack, so we're going to go ahead and, like I say, we're going to strip this whole bike down, get it down to the frame, and we're going to put it on a frame rack and weld it up that way. But just thought I'd let you know maybe a different way of doing it. Try it at your own risk. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like and subscribe button and stay tuned and watch me cut up this frame. Catch you next time.